So I found a dead bird in a jar once. Once I found a dead bird in a jar. When I found the dead bird in a jar, I had a sort of existential crisis on behalf of the bird. What happened? Why did this happen? What was the bird's motivation? I'm like, what is God trying to tell me? When I find stuff like that, I consider it to be sort of like a gift from God, like kind of like God is trying, clearly this is such a weird thing, God is trying to speak to me.
Oh, of course.
Like dead birds in a jar.
Has to be.
Okay, God's clearly trying to tell me something. I started to like glean some lessons from the dead bird in a jar. You know, just like draw your own conclusions applicable to your life. Here's what I gleaned from that. Like, number one, lesson number one, never find yourself in a space that's bigger than you with only an opening at the top. With only an opening at the top. Revelation from God.
Yes.
Number two, Revelation 2. There should never be jars made that are bigger than humans. There should never be jars that are made that are bigger than humans. Okay? Like, never. Revelation 3. If jars start to be made that are bigger than humans, I need to start a petition. I need to be on the lookout. I think that the place where the Orlando shooting happened they should turn it into a memorial skating rink. It should be turned into a memorial skating rink. Then like skating would make a comeback because people would be like obligated to skate. And then other like solidarity skating rinks would pop up. You know, because like in memoriam, skating would become a thing. So then skating makes a comeback, and by way of skating, Mariah Carey music makes a comeback. They just play a lot of Mariah Carey music in skating rinks. Side benefit, Mariah Carey music makes a comeback. Like, I'm sure there would be other benefits, but like that would be a big one. Right? I'm saying that thing about Mariah Carey to draw attention to, rather, a lyric in one of her songs that she sings with Whitney Houston. There's this line that says, when hope is frail, it's hard to kill. The line is, though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. And then I was thinking to myself, like, I started thinking about that lyric, like, what else is frail but hard to kill? What else is frail but hard to kill? I remembered a documentary I had seen on Netflix, and I was like, baby birds. I was like, oh, baby birds, because this, like, stork or some kind of bird mom, it nests on mountain cliffs. Instead of nesting in a tree, nests on the top of a mountain. The baby birds learn to fly how? And so, like, how do baby birds learn how to fly? They jump out of trees by jumping out of the tree. Well, these baby birds were on top of a mountain. So in order to fly, they jumped off a mountain cliff. Because of their heritage, have to jump off of mountains. The documentary I was watching follows the baby bird down the mountain. These baby birds just tumble down a mountain. They don't pan away, and so you're watching, like, some of the baby birds survive, and some of them don't survive. So, like, baby birds are frail but hard to kill. Both frail and hard to kill, right? And just like hope. This is such a dark joke. Like, sometimes church feels similar to like being that bird in a jar. So if you're a gay religious baby bird, attempting suicide for protest or to make a point and not actually to die, just do the cliff thing. Try the cliff, not the jar. Cliffs, not jars. Just to be safe. Go back to the dead bird in a jar. Okay, I figured out the backstory of the dead bird in a jar. Oh, and I figured out the backstory of the bird in the jar. The bird was just thirsty that day. That bird was thirsty, easy, right? The bird was thirsty. It was trying to get water out of the jar. It fell in the jar. It couldn't get out of the jar. Terrible tragedy. Bird drowns in jar with no one there to rescue. And then it got stuck in the jar and probably drowned in the jar. That's clearly what happened. And now that bird will never be thirsty again forever.
And working, but still got so terribly far to go. Babe, I'm gonna break this chain off the run. I'm gonna lay down somewhere shady.